want to give Indiana credit. Tom Allen and his staff had their team prepared to play today. Obviously, we've had a challenging couple of weeks here, the last couple of weeks, but it's my job as the leader to have us prepared. And, I thought 2 of the 3 phases of our team today came and executed as if we were prepared. And the one phase offensively, I didn't feel like we were prepared, and I did a good job getting this team ready. We had some opportunities early. We had opportunities, up through the half. And then I thought we came out in the second half and, defensively, the wear and tear of how many total plays they ended up playing because of our inability to move the ball on offense, and the turnovers kind of took its toll on us. I thought special teams, for the most part, kept and created some field position advantages for us. But on offense, when you turn it over 3 times and you score points for the other team with the safety, and then you have 8 penalties and, just bad, poor execution all game long, we didn't give ourselves a chance in that phase of our team. And, that's on me to get it fixed. We will get it fixed. Looking forward to getting back into a normal routine for us as a team here in our preparation this week for our upcoming opponent. We win together, we lose together. So this by no means is this pointing fingers at any particular phase, but I will tell you I'm really disappointed in our execution on the offensive side. And, for me being an offensive guy, it's up to me to get this thing fixed and corrected and figure out what went wrong and then make the appropriate corrections. So with that, I guess I'll open it up to any questions.
Thanks, Coach. We'll start with Alex Stacey.
Hey, Coach. Thanks again for doing this. Just wanted to get your thoughts a little bit on Talia. Obviously, he looked, he had times where he looked really good, but then there were other times where he looked pretty uncomfortable. What were you able to diagnose with that? Was it just their pressure and he wasn't ready for it, or was he trying to do too much? Kind of what was going on with him?
Well, it's probably a little bit of mixture of all the things you just said. Obviously, when your quarterback is unsettled, which, he uncharacteristically missed some early throws where some guys were open, and, accuracy and touch and putting the ball where it needs to be put and to be caught and typically is not something we had to deal with him. So, before I want to start guessing, I'd like to watch the tape, be able to really figure out what went wrong for Leah or for us on offense in general. I just thought our execution totally on offense. I mean, we generated some plays in the run game, and then we had penalties. We missed some throws early on. We had some drops. So a lot of uncharacteristic things that we hadn't shown on offense the last few games that, hopefully they're all correctable mistakes and things that we can get corrected. And once we get back into a normal work week here this week, we can get that stuff kind of cleaned up, corrected, and continue to move forward through the growth phase of our program.
We'll go to Emily next.
Hey, Mike. It seemed like a positive was the secondary and how you guys were able to cover Indiana in the past game. What do you feel like you guys did right there with game planning and how those players performed today?
Well, I think it goes back to execution. We kind of know who we are as you get into this time of the year with our team on defensively, offensively, and special teams. We kind of know our identity and who we are. And, one of the things that we've challenged ourselves to do as coaches is to put our players in the best and advantageous position to do what they can get executed. Obviously, on defense, one of the things I think that we've shown the ability to play man coverage. We got skilled guys at the corner position. It allows us to play more aggressive up front, which allows us to make, the quarterback a little more uncomfortable. And so, I've been pleased with the way we've covered and stayed in front of people. We still have a couple of these pass interferences and where we get grabby and we kind of panic when the ball's in the air, that, just the experience of being in that position, eventually you'll get comfortable there. But, I kind of like where we are on defense. I thought we put our defense in some tough situations today with how we executed on offense and with all the turnovers and the lack of execution on third down, that it became a point of diminishing return for our defense that we had them out on the field way too long.
We'll go to Alex Flum.
Hey, Coach Locksley, good to see you're doing better. you touched on it a little bit in your opening statement, but, just having to deal with this whole coronavirus situation and, whether you're going to play, whether you're not going to play, how tough was it just to, get everybody together and just, go through this past week and the past couple weeks and prepare for this game?
It's not tough at all because it's our job. It's my job to have us ready to play. I didn't think I did a good job of that this week, obviously, with the way we didn't execute in 1/3 of our phase of our team. So obviously got to do a better job as a leader of making sure that we're prepared when we have these opportunities like we had today. We've known COVID is going to be an issue. We knew that all year long. We've tried to develop our team to manage it and to find ways to mitigate it. And we've finally gotten it under control. And hopefully this week we can get back to a little more normalcy within our routine or our preparation. We can get the tape watched here today, get this thing corrected, get things fixed, and then, move our team forward as we move through our schedule here this week.
We'll go to Ed Lee.
Mike, you had 23 players unable to play today, including guys like Rakim Jarrett, Tarheeb Still, Johnny Jordan. How much do you think you missed those guys on the field today?
I mean, like I said, Ed, I appreciate the fact that we've got 23 guys that didn't play, but, we're not the first team to have to deal with this. And this is by no means a surprising or, we're going to play with the guys that are available to us. And that's just the type of mentality we're going to have as a team. To lose the type of players we didn't have out there, it's not about that as much as it is we had good enough players there today that have to be prepared the right way to go out and execute. I mean, that's just the day and age we live in when we're dealing with COVID. Things like this are going to happen. And, I thought we gave ourselves a chance in the first half on defense and on special teams. On offense, we kind of kept starting and stopping, and I got to figure out kind of what's going on with our quarterback and make sure that we're clean with everything that we're asking him to do and make sure he is very knowledgeable of exactly where we want him to go with the ball in certain situations, and we'll get that stuff corrected. It'll be nice, hopefully, to get back into a normal routine. Obviously, with some of the Big Ten protocols, some players that may not have been available today may be available next week. And if that's the case, we'll welcome those guys back. We'll get them back into the fold, and we'll just continue this growth phase of our team. And, credit Indiana. They were prepared. They executed at a high level, and they're a good football team.
We'll go to Lila.
Hey, Locks. With Jake Funk out today, the two freshman running backs, Penny Boone and Isaiah Jacobs, saw a lot more snaps. Just how would you evaluate their performances today?
I thought Penny did a decent job coming in. Obviously Isaiah went out with a hamstring early in the second quarter, somewhere there. I thought Isaiah looked a little heavy-legged. With some of the limited numbers we've had, some of these guys have taken a lot of reps during the week because of, having to adjust how we practice with not having certain people there. But, I thought Penny Boone came in, did a good job. I thought Isaiah, both those young running backs continue to impress me, and they continue to grow with every rep and every play they get to play. So, we'll be better for the experience that these guys have gained with the opportunities that they've been presented. Hopefully we can get some guys healthy and back in the fold, which builds our depth back up, which allows us to get back to practice in the way we normally would practice and, get this thing going back in the right direction this week.
All right, for our final one, we'll go to Jacob Steinberg.
Hey, Coach, the zone read after you guys stopped them on fourth down just before that resulted in the safety. Can you kind of take us through your vantage point on the sideline at that point and what you said to Leah? Because on the telecast, they showed you guys talking on the sideline after that play.
Yeah, anytime you get into the read option game, which is something, I've got a lot of experience at, when the read key makes the tackle, then you misread it. And so to be tackled in the end zone by the guy that you're reading is a misread. And, You know, I don't understand why the ball wasn't given and why the read key was able to tackle our quarterback. Those are the things I got to get watched on film to have a better understanding. But it's pretty simple math that the guy that tackled him was the guy that we're reading. And so we either misread it or we didn't pay attention or didn't execute it the way it should have been executed. And to me, that goes back on me as the coach to make sure that the quarterback is prepared the way he needs to be prepared to execute our offensive system wherever it takes place. So definitely was disappointing, you know, to give away points like that after our defense did a good job of kind of anchoring down inside the red zone area there. We got the stop, we got the ball back, and it was just a tremendous buzzkill for our team to kind of give up points there. And then they punt it off, and then they go back down to score. So it was like a 12-point swing. Disappointing.